Brock here with Rock Hill Farms. If you follow the channel much, you know that I'm adding another building back here. Right here is our manufacturing building, and right here is the equipment shed, and there's about a 50-foot wide lane between them. And I'm setting it up where when you come down the driveway, drive between those two buildings, you can drive straight into the new building. And if we have big trucks or long trailers or anything that's making that trip up the driveway, they won't have to navigate any turns. So that building's gonna set right back here. It's a 30-foot wide, 60-foot long Quonset hut. If you're not familiar with the Quonset hut, they're the metal buildings that are like a dome or rounded shape. As a kid, I always thought they were like airplane hangars. I don't know why, maybe they do use them for that. That's just what I thought. But there's a lot of work that has to be done before we can put that building here, and it really should be here within a few weeks, so I better start getting ready. The building is 30 by 60. I want to allow 10 feet on each side of the building, so I need to clear an area that is 50 by 80. So the first thing I need to do is walk this and mark 50 feet wide and 80 feet long. Then I need to completely clear that area and get it mowed down short so that I can start doing the groundwork. We've got a lot of debris piled in the way. There's some tin here, there's some, looks like telephone poles, there's maybe what they were gonna use for fence posts. There's some barrels, all my trailers are parked here. There's just a lot of stuff I gotta get moved. Then I need to brush hog it. Then I'm gonna have to take down at least one, but possibly 3 large oak trees. This one right here is setting right in the center of where the building would be. I'm wanting the front doors to be right about where I'm standing. So that tree definitely has to go. That one over there I'm pretty sure can stay, but there's another tree over here that might have to go, and it's got bees living in it. And then you really can't see it, but straight behind my mowing trailer, there's another oak tree that might have to go. We'll find out once I get the measurements. Then I'm gonna have to adjust the grade on this because we're on a hill and I can't set that building on a hill. So there's gonna be a lot of excavating that has to be done too. I've got a rolling measure wheel and a can of marking paint. I put an initial mark right here that's probably 50 or 60 feet from that building, so if we need to drive a truck and trailer through here and make that turn to go back between the buildings, we'll have room to do that. This is just a rough mark out that gives me an idea of what is and what is not in the way, especially regarding these larger trees back here. Whenever I go to place the building, I'll actually make sure it's in a straight line with my other buildings and with the driveway. But right now, this will do a good job. Well, that's good to know. This 80 feet is not nearly as far down that way as I thought it was. That other tree down there can stay, which I like because it's a nice looking tree. All right, so in this direction, the building is 30 feet. I need a 50-foot mark out for it. So that tree is also not really in the way of the building, but it's a large tree and it's got bees living in it, and it's close enough that I'd always be worried about it falling on the building. So I'd still like to get that one taken down. I've contacted the local beekeeping association. Nobody had time at that point to come out here and help me deal with the bees, but I've got to get something figured out with those so I can take that tree down. Really, there's so much stuff in the way, I can't even mark the 4th corner. So I'm gonna start clearing, get the trailers moved, get all this stuff cleared out of here, get it brush hogged, and then I'll probably try to line this up better and put down some fence posts on the 4 corners. And then I can get the transit level out and see how much drop I have. I'm guessing it's at least probably 3 foot of drop right here. I have two tanks that look the same.
Yeah.
The only difference is that one of those tanks is gasoline and the other one's diesel. They both run off of a solar power that charges a battery that runs these pumps.
Oh.
That way I don't ever have to charge the battery, or I only have to go get fuel for them every so often. I can just come over here and fill them up. Pretty cool. Hey, watch out, there's a wasp on your shirt. When you see a wasp, don't overreact. Just kind of stand still and it'll fly away usually if it's on your shirt like that.
Yeah, bees don't land on me.
Bees don't land on you? Why? They don't like you?
Yeah, they don't like me.
Or they're scared of you?
They're scared of me and I'm scared of them.
Okay, well, sounds like a good mutual respect. Alright, so that was the easy part, cleaning up over there. Now, I have this part to clean up. It's an unusual mix of stuff in that pile. Like, this is clean, straight stainless steel. And there's some treated wood that's been out here a long time, some sign metal. I think I'm gonna just put anything metal into the dump trailer, except I'll keep like these right here, find a use for those. But the rest of this I'm just gonna put in there and haul off. I've already got a big container of scrap metal that needs put in, so that'll get rid of this pile pretty quick. I was really picturing myself dumping this just on one side and it laying there neatly where I had room to get my other scrap metal container in here, and it didn't work out that way at all. But if I had it to do over again, I'd put the metal container in first, but that's not how it worked out. This was pretty much a fail too. I thought that the pallet forks would get under this big stack and pick up more material, but everything was stacked on here unevenly. It was different types of materials and different lengths, and everything just wanted to fall off. So I really needed to get these pallet forks off and go get the grapple, which is what I did after this load. The majority of what's piled here was building materials that they used in constructing the two buildings that we already have. It was probably a smart idea at the time to save a lot of this, and they got it up off the ground with concrete blocks. But at this point it's all been here quite a while, and the only thing I think I want to save is some of these solid posts, the concrete blocks, and the tin that matches the building, which will come in handy if I ever need to make repairs to that building, or more likely when I add an awning onto the front of the shop. But clearing this up has been on my to-do list since the day we bought the property, so it's going to feel nice to have it done. The next step is the harder one. After I get this tree cleared, we have to level this ground, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to rent an excavator for a week and possibly a skid steer as well, because there's a 4-foot elevation difference, would be my guess, between one side of this building and the other. So that's definitely more than this little tractor can handle. Alright, I think everything's clear except for this one stack of tin that matches my building. So I'm going to brush hog everything else around that, and then I'll get that moved out, and then kind of see how we're looking for the building. Alright, well, I'm standing right about at the front corner of the area that needed cleared. The only thing still left here is this dirt pile that I dug up a while back. The pile of tin that was left over from this building, and this tree that needs cut down. So, probably need to get that tree cut down in the next few days, because I'm thinking probably next week or the week after I'll be renting an excavator and trying to level all this ground out. But getting rid of this pile of debris that was here when we moved in, that's been on my to-do list since we moved here, which was a little over a year ago. So I'm glad to see this clear. I'll be even happier when I get this dirt pile filled in and can mow straight across this. But I've got to get to my son's ball game, so that's going to be the end of this one. I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. Just a minute, you'll see links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.